I'm Alex Williams, up in New Stack, here live from Defrag 2014. I'm at the CloudSoft booth with Duncan Johnson Watt, co-founder of CloudSoft. Good to see you today.
Hey, good to see you, Alex.
Great. So we're going to go right into a demo. Duncan's going to demo Clocker, which I have described as the Docker Cloud Maker. I'm just going to let you take it from here. So let's move right over to the demo. There we are.
Thank you. Okay, so basically, Clocker is Apache Brooklyn project. So Apache Brooklyn is an incubator project in the Apache Software Foundation that was originally donated by CloudSoft, and that really allows you to model, then monitor and manage applications by creating blueprints. So we've got a blueprint for, in this case, a Docker cloud. And so Clocker encompass is actually deploying a Docker cloud onto any of the underlying infrastructure that we as Brooklyn support. So think of it as landing the Docker cloud on any infrastructure. That could be, for example, plain vanilla, on-prem environment. It could be OpenStack, private cloud. It could be one of the public clouds, software, Azure.
So really anything, it could be a public, it could be your own data center, it could be AWS, it could be anything.
So what we're looking at here is I spun up the Docker cloud a little while ago, and I spun it up, in this case, on IBM software in San Jose. But once it's available to us, it then becomes another location. So you can think of Clocker as having two views. One is a Brooklyn app blueprint. Once it's stood up, it also becomes a Brooklyn location. In other words, somewhere that we can legitimately target. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll out a React cluster on this Docker cloud. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually going to use the YAML approach and drop in my description of my React cluster. So let me do that and take a look at it. So basically, what we have here, and I'll just increase the you can still see that. So the important thing here is this notion of my Docker cloud. So what we're saying here is instead of there being IBM software or Google Compute or Microsoft Azure, we're saying, no, actually we're going to target a Docker cloud, something I spun up a short while ago. So I'm going to spin up a React cluster of size 5. I'm also going to put a web cluster in front of that and do a small application. So I'm going to do that. Just click finish. And now if I just zoom out again, what you can now see, I hope, is that we're now spinning up a whole bunch of new clouds. Don't worry, I'm told by my lead engineer on this project. Don't be alarmed by the little flare. That's just the thing we haven't actually established what's going on.
Okay.
So the important thing is, if I look at this one point of view, application. So I have a React cluster of size 5, and I have a web cluster size 2. All of those are now being deployed and created within the Docker cloud. So we could take the same blueprint and deploy it to a plain vanilla cloud. But here I'm saying, no, I want to spin up containers. Each of those containers I'm running will have the appropriate software loaded. So I'll have, in effect, a React cluster fronted by a web cluster. So this is typical kind of movement that we deal with in and out. But just through there's no spider pen, take that same YAML, and I'll come back up here and I'll specify a different location. So exactly the same description, software type apologies, and say let's see 0. So now this is the same blueprint. We'll deploy this to San Jose. Okay, it doesn't like my. Let me just. This is operator error here. There we go. You have to be able to type. Yeah, there are still a few things you
have to do. So
that's now off and running. So what that means is that we're actually deploying 2 instances of this blueprint. Obviously, I expect to come up pretty fast. and the other in a plain vanilla cab. In this case, I do software. Now, in the classic, here's one I made earlier, and that was to do an environment. You can see. This is actually an instance Brooklyn that is running while. And if you can see up on the top, I'm not running this on my own machine. I'm actually running this on inventor.com. And this was working on us. He was involved in a whole bunch of work on this abstract visitor pattern monitor. So he set up an environment for me. And I'm pleased to say that environment's obviously come up. The important thing to note is that in coming up, although we had 2 Docker hosts to begin with, it's actually spun up a 3rd host. So we have a headroom policy today. As I require more containers from the Docker environment, I need to expand that environment. So Brooklyn is actively managing a cluster of Docker hosts, as well as serving up the containers from those hosts using various placement strategies and so on. And just to prove there's no smoke and mirrors here, here is a view, a live running view of that cluster from a React standpoint.
Hit me with a stamp.
Oh, please go ahead. So the great thing about being live here is that guys are collecting stamps for, I believe, prizes which CloudSoft has donated once. So no one seems to want to know much about CloudSoft. They just want to collect these stamps and enter a prize for. That's so typical of conferences, isn't it?
It is.
The shy ones sort of say, so what you do buying that stamp with one eye. So I guess in summary, Alex, and let's see how this guy is doing. So we're beginning to flesh out our React cluster running our Docker infrastructure. We're also, and we can see how we're doing, we're slowly rolling it out on the San Jose plans. The important point here is that Docker and Docker give us the standard Docker now on any infrastructure, and then utilize that, target it using loops that you created previously, in this case on.
Well, great. So that pretty much summarizes.
I hope so.
Great.
It's a little bit rough around the edges, especially with me demoing. So hopefully you got the general grip. And
Well, it's a cool project. It shows kind of the ability that containers provide, but also taking it to a more sophisticated level where you need all those different, you need that ecosystem around it to really make it truly work.
exactly, and I think it's worth adding that orchestration is the frontier. The Dr. Guth themselves have said that. And one of the things I glossed over is the kind of networking in that context. So it's one thing to stand up a Docker host, which we do. It's another then to containers, spread across those hosts, and then wire those up into a single subnet. So we use an open weave that allows us to achieve that. And so is really what's really interesting about Weave is it's one of a number of in and around starting to really take things. So we're seeing networking and orchestration both really potential in the Docker ecosystem.
Yeah, that's the top of the data. Well, Duncan, thank you very much for taking the time. It's been a pleasure. Duncan Johnson, co-founder of CloudSoft, doing a demo of the Clocker platform, which is essentially gives the ability to make clouds out of the Docker system. So thank you very much. We'll be back again soon. Bye-bye.